analysts expect mixed trading activities this week, with investors seizing the opportunity presented by declining prices to reposition themselves. Ekene Oyeka, securities trader at Nuremberg, joins me now for more market updates. Ekene, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. It's still early days in the month of October, but let's have your reading of how you see the market playing out, investors leaning, and whether or not this tussle between the bears and the bulls will favor the bears much more this month.
So, looking at what has happened so far last week on the equities markets, we've seen some major listing of two new assets into the equities bursary this week. We saw the listing of introduction of the 853,969,759 units of 100 naira units each at 108.39 units of Chapel Hill Dahem Management Limited Nigerian Infrastructure debit fund, and also we saw the likes of BFD Group PLC, who actually listed at 244 naira 0.88 per share, and this has actually created a certain level of liquidity in which the market has been anticipating. However, we are actually seeing a kind of repositioning in terms of the prices of stocks, and actually seeing more in terms of participation right now in the market. So with these two listings that we've seen so far this week and other activities that are actually coming up, you can see that the liquidity in the market can actually be restored based on these two listings that we've experienced last week in the market.
No doubt these two listings we saw from Chapel Hill, Denham and VFD were big stories for the market and definitely excited the market. But talking about how we're seeing the market react to the current macro story now, how much of a big concern or headwind do you see the macroeconomic dynamics we have at play be for corporate earnings as we're looking forward?
Yeah, looking at what really happened in terms of the result that was released, the half-year results, we've seen the financial sector, we've seen how the FX situation really affected their balance sheet. However, it actually spiked up the level of involvement in terms of what the results actually pulled out to the market. We saw a lot of excitement in the market in terms of their books. However, what these macroeconomic situations can actually do is the fact that if well streamlined in terms of the effect in the market, also, it's going to be a very big call for the new CBN governor to go into their book, go into the situation whereby they can actually restructure how this particular effect can actually have a very good impact in the market. But however, looking at what it has done so far in the last quarter, we can actually see how this has actually affected the market. But we believe that strongly, if proper directions and proper economic situations are being put in line in those aspects, we can actually see more stability and more investors' participation more in the market.
And talking about what investors also have on their radar right now and what market watchers are looking out for, we heard the reports from the GMD of the NNPC stating that NNPC is about 80% ready for its IPO. PZ Cousins are also looking towards the end of this month to release their audited results. And we also had at the start of this month as well, Bois Cement also begin the 40% price slash as well. In terms of market company news as well, what other information do you think might likely shape the month of October, and how does this also filter into the stocks on your radar?
So definitely these are what the market participants are actually expected. Information like this that can actually pose a certain level of sentiment in terms of stability and in terms of investors' confidence. However, going forward into this October, we've actually seen what has happened today in the market. We've seen FBN Holdings proposing a right issue in the market today. So these combinations of information has a way of affecting the share prices of the stocks, and also exposes a certain level of confidence going forward in the market. But we believe that more of this is going to come. We mentioned the likes of Bois Cement, also PZ, all these listings. These are the kind of activities that actually imposes a certain level of excitement and creates a certain level of participation of investors in the market.
And wrapping up for the sectorial performance, what should we expect?
So looking at what has happened so far in the market, one of the sectors I'm looking at is ICT, that is NTN. but we've seen what it has done so far in terms of their quarterly result and also their share price at the moment. Secondly, I'll look at the financial services too, what it has actually done in terms of their returns, the dividend yield, and the return on investments. The likes of GT and Zenith right now are the shares that are actually on the radar right now in the financial services. Then consumer goods, we look at the likes of Unilever and Nestle.
Okay, Kenny, thank you so much for speaking to us today. We'll definitely keep our eyes fixed on how the market interplay continues to unfold. Thank you once again for your time. That was Ekene Oyeka, securities trader at Nuremberg.